They're paying for me to live every day with my son, be stress-free, and enjoy every day with him. I wish there was a word bigger than thank you, more close to the heart, because thank you's not enough. They've given me hope. They've given me my son.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more.
From left to right, in left field, Laney Vo. In center field, Aaron Farley. Right field, Riley Moore. And then the infield from third to first, Lily Nippert at third, Haley Cook at short, J.B. Miramontes second, Allie Don Carlos at first. The battery behind the plate, Justice Wilson. And in the circle, Madison Gatrell with a record of 6-1, 94 strikeouts, 25 walks, and she has an ERA of 3.4, partner.
Yeah, and Madison, last time we saw her, got off to a good start against Arnett, but they kind of found a way to get their hacks in, and Madison here is going to have to make sure she stays battling, because these Guymon Tigers, Brock, they could definitely watch it, and they could keep you alive in counts and do all that, so you're going to have to bring your A game today.
And starting the game, and first batter steps in the batter's box on the right-hand side, righty-righty matchup. It's going to be the pitcher, number 7, Aaliyah Gutierrez. First pitch is swung on and hit down the right field line, foul. Allie Don Carlos stops it. Boy, if I have trouble saying that already, I just need to slow the tongue down. We'll be fine, Brock.
Another thing about these Tiger batters is they're not going to be afraid to swing if it's anywhere close to the strike zone.
0-1 pitch coming from Gatrell. It's right in the inside corner for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
Nice pitch, and once again, Madison, we saw her working the paint the last time, just really trying to pick those spots, and I think she's going to go right back to that here.
Madison in the circle, winds up. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's swung on and belted behind us. It's going to be foul ball. We'll do it again at 0-2.
Yeah, this is where it gets tough, because these Tigers are hard to put away in counts. I noticed a lot of times, Brock, they get down 0-2, and they just keep fighting and get that count extended, get the pitch count up.
But no balls, 2 strikes. Madison Gatrell. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That swung on and ripped, almost got the batter in the batter's circle over here, the on-deck circle. And
yeah, that's Haley Vasquez.
Might have got her on the foot.
Yeah, she's smiling about it, though, nothing, so probably not hurt there.
So we'll do it again. 0-2 pitch coming up. All strikes so far in the ball game. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's high and back to the screen. So ball 1, 1 and 2. Trying to make her chase a pitch there on the rise ball.
Yeah, and I like it. Madison was going low there a couple times in a row, noticing that Gutierrez was kind of biting on it, so maybe get the eyes raised, and she goes after one.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Gutierrez. She steps back in. Righty-righty matchup. Here is the 1-2 pitch. That's a changeup that just stayed high on the outside corner.
Boy, Madison
2
wanted
balls,
that.
2 strikes, and boy, Coach Hall wanted that too. And the umpire just kind of nodded his head at him. He's like, I got you. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Madison. That's going to be high and back to the screen. We're at full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Look what ALLIE Gutierrez has already done first at bat.
Yeah, that's
Started
what they do.
0-2 pitch, or 0-2 count in a big hole, and she's battled back to make it full.
Well, the Tigers, they do have really good eyes, and like I said, they will swing early and then be patient.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's swung on and belted behind us. Again, we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Staying strong and fighting some really good pitches by Madison GARTRELL.
Yeah, let's see if Madison goes back to that changeup here. Maybe she went a little higher with it the first time. Let's see if she goes low and gets her swing.
3 balls, 2 strikes to ALLIE Gutierrez. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be low and inside, and she works a walk on about, I would say 12 pitches.
Yeah, and this is another dangerous area, too, because the Tigers are definitely a smart base running team. They, will take advantage of any errors or anything like that, so you're going to have to keep your eyes open here.
That brings to the plate Haley Vasquez, the shortstop, number 14, righty-righty matchup. Here's the first pitch. That swung on. Nice grab there by Lily Nippert at third base. She throws across the diamond to ALLIE Don Carlos for the 5-3 putout, but it's a fielder's choice. Moving to second is Gutierrez on the play.
Yeah, great reaction over there by Nippert. Got on that one quick, and that's what you got to do against this Guymon team. You just got to find a way to get outs. They'll take advance of the runner, though. They have no problems playing small ball. I've seen them drop a couple nice bunts. So.
With 1 out, in steps CC Sappington, the center fielder, and she wastes no time, and she just a little bloop to shortstop, and it's caught by Haley Cook. She tries to go quickly on the snap throw to JB Miramontes over to second, but Gutierrez gets back. But boy, you aren't kidding. They are not shy at the bats. We got 2 outs now.
Yeah, and that's where, if you're Madison, you really have to take note of that and say, okay, I'm going to give you some really, tough spots to work with early in the count, because that's really what they want to do is get on top of you.
Now it's the cleanup here. It's the third baseman, number 13, ALLIE Gonzalez. And she takes the first pitch high and outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, runner at second base. We're at the top of the first inning. Guymon is batting. No score. Madison GARTRELL in the circle for the Boomers. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be swung on and belted behind us. Foul. It's on the outside corner. She went fishing for it a little bit. She got bat on it, but it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, and, Gonzalez, it's interesting because she's the opposite of Sappington. Sappington, as you just saw, she likes to be a pull hitter. That's why she swung on that pitch and popped up. Gonzalez could go the other way a few times.
Here's a 1-1 pitch. Oh, that's way high. That was a changeup that didn't change. It changed, but it went up in the sky.
Yeah.
It's 2 balls and 1 strike to Gonzalez.
Interesting that Madison's really trying to work that high changeup. That's I wonder if that's kind of a scouting deal they're going on.
Here's the 2-1 pitch from GARTRELL. That's going to be high and outside. Works the count to 3 balls, 1 strike. Runner at second base, no score. 2 outs in the inning. Boomers looking for that 3rd out to get back to the bats for the first time in this ball game. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That's going to be swung on and belted down the right side out of play and works the count back to full. And Madison, she fights her way back after getting down 3-1. Now it's full count.
Yeah, gave Gonzalez a pitch there that Gonzalez, she likes to dig at him a bit, and sure enough, she took the bait.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be swung on. A little roller to shortstop, bobbled by Cook, and Gonzalez will be safe on the air at first base. So we'll have runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Haley Cook there because the runner, ALLIE Gutierrez, was coming right over the top of that ball, so it's hard to get an eye on it and field it properly.
So we got 1 error on the play there, and first error of the ball game. 2 outs, runners at the corners, 1st and 3rd. That brings to the plate the left fielder, number 10, Chloe Browning, one of those 3 seniors for the Tigers. And here's the pitch. That's in there on the inside corner for a strike, just a heater by GARTRELL.
Chloe's probably one of the more patient Tigers out there in terms of their batters. She's really all about, just finding a good single. It doesn't have to be anything powerful, so you got to be careful.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be swung on. Little looper into right field. That's trouble. No, it's not trouble. On the run, Riley Moore makes a great catch to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no error, or one error, and there were 2 left on base. We move to the bottom of the first inning. It's no score. This is Boomer Softball on Z92.
Harper Sanitation has been serving the needs of Northwest Oklahomans since 1971. That's almost 50 years. We pride ourselves on our services. We offer household, commercial, and construction waste management and leave you with a mess-free environment. Harper Sanitation is fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Remember, when you need quality sanitation services from a local trusted company, choose Harper Sanitation. Come check us out online at harpersanitation.net or give us a call at 580-256-5835. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to Boomer Softball Field. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs with you as the Boomers start to get their first bat in the bottom of the first inning with a nice grab for Riley Moore in the right field gap. Looked like that was going to hit the grass, but the speed, we saw that from the freshman finally there on that play. Let's go ahead and go down the lineup for the Boomers. Laney Vogt leads off, and she plays left field. Allie Don Carlos in second. She'll play first base. Lily Nipper, the third baseman, bats third. The pitcher, Madison Gatrell, bats fourth. In the fifth hole, it's going to be the shortstop, Haley Cook. Haley Harlow, the designated player, will bat sixth. J.B. Miramontes, the second baseman, seventh. Justice Wilson, the catcher, 8. And Riley Moore, the right fielder, number 9. Aaron Farley is also in the game as just a fielder. And then the defensive alignment for the Guymon Tigers from left to right, Chloe Browning in left. Cece Sappington in center field, Mercedes Vasquez in right field. From third to first, Avilee Gonzalez at third, Haley Vasquez, shortstop, Jaden Garcia at second, Kaylee Rhodes at first, the battery, Gaby Uribe behind the plate, and Aaliyah Gutierrez in the circle for the Tigers. And now starting out the bottom of the first for the Boomers, number 7, Laney Vogt, the left fielder, first pitch is in there, right on the inside corner from Gutierrez, strike 1.
Yeah, we'll see if Gutierrez tries to attack a different way because there's definitely, she knows this Boomer team's going to get on her if they try to go top to bottom here.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be low and outside for ball, so evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike does Laney Vogt, one of the seniors for the Boomers, one of the 3 seniors for the Boomers this year. She steps back in, righty-righty matchup. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be low and inside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike to Laney.
Yeah, Gutierrez not giving anything for Laney to hit right now. Does not want to take that chance.
2 balls, 1 strike. Laney Vogt at the dish. And here's the pitch. That's going to be belted into the left center gap. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Vogt's going to try for second. No, she's going to hold up for a single, a long single, and Laney is on to start the bottom of the first, and for the Boomers, the first at bat.
And see, this is what Gutierrez is worried about. I noticed a couple times, Brock, she would get off to some slow starts, maybe give up a couple of runs in the first few innings, and then have to settle in. I think they really wanted her to be able to settle in early in this one, knowing how important it is.
So with the runner at first, nobody out, Allie Don Carlos steps in. She wears number 13, and she's the first baseman. Here's the first pitch to her. She squares around, attempted to bump, but that's low in the side for a ball.
Coach Hall did say they were working on
manufacturing runs.
Yeah, getting
exactly.
Small ball better, and this you might see it early on here.
So Allie steps back in, righty-righty matchup. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the pitch. She squares around again, but that's low and inside. Once again, 2 balls, no strikes. Gutierrez struggling to find the zone right now.
And that's how she starts out. She's had some slow starts. That's why that ERA is just under 5 there.
2 balls, no strikes. Runner at first base, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the first, no score. Allie Don Carlos at the plate for the Boomers. And here's the 2-0 pitch. She does bunt it down the first base line. It's going to stay fair, and picking it up is the first baseman. That is Browning. She tags Don Carlos, but moving to second on the sacrifice is Laney Vogt, so she got her job done.
Yeah, and that's picture-perfect bunt right there to be able to advance that runner now. You bring up Lily Nipper here, who we know 380 average could definitely swing the bat a bit.
Definitely, Lily Nippert steps in, as my partner just mentioned, with 1 out. Righty-righty matchup, third baseman, 388 average. Here's the first pitch to her. That's high and right down the main street, but too high, ball 1.
Gutierrez is just going back to her comfort where she's going to start working high-low again. Those first few pitches, she's tried to go inside out, but it looks like she's going back to her comfort.
And here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be swung on and belted over our heads behind us. That's going to be strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Lily Nippert. the third baseman for the Boomers. Go ahead.
She wanted that one. That was
She did.
a hittable pitch.
The eyes wide
yeah.
open on that pitch,
Yeah.
but she just missed it. And she does have some pop at that 388 average there, partner.
Oh, no doubt about it. Produced solid, just under 20 RBIs or so definitely could drive home some runners.
Here's the 1-1 pitch from Gutierrez right now. That's going to be belted over the right side. Foul ball, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, runner at second base in the bottom of the first, no score. Lily Nippert trying to drive in a run here and get the Boomers on the board to dent the scoreboard the first time in the bottom of the first. And here's the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be belted. It's going to be a little bit of fly ball down the first base line. And a nice play staying with it is Browning for the second out as Nippert will foul out. Did I got the wrong name?
It's Rhodes over there. Yep, Kaylee Rhodes.
Yep.
All good.
I knew I was doing something wrong. So Nippert is the second out. That brings up the pitcher. And the slugger herself, that is Madison Gatrell. She's batting about .417. Has 3 or so home runs. Just need a base hit here. And first pitch is inside corner for strike 1. Low and inside. Got the pitch there.
Yeah, and that's not one you want to swing at when you got
that's not
runner
her zone either.
Score position. No, not at all. So
Gatrell, righty-righty matchup, steps in. Here is the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be high and outside for a ball. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Runner at second base. No score. Bottom of the first. Boomers and the Tigers from Guymon. A little bit of a rivalry here, even though it's a 2-hour drive away. And here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be swung on, and little roller to shortstop, picking it up, firing it across the diamond. For the third out is Haley Vasquez. Nice play, but retires the side for the Boomers. In the inning for the Boomers, there was no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and there was 1 left on base. We move to the top of the second base. No score here at Boomer Softball Field. This is Boomer Softball on Z92.
C&S Tire, with locations in Woodward, Alva, Kingfisher, and Clinton, knows that with so many places to be, you can't let weather get in your way. That's why it makes sense to choose the tire with specialized tread compounds to help grip the road in wet, snow, and ice. The Goodyear Assurance Weather Ready is the best all-weather traction for Mother Nature's worst, with superior performance in even the harshest conditions. So drive into C&S Tire and check out the Goodyear Assurance Weather Ready Tire. C&S Tire, 3000 Williams Avenue in Woodward.
And welcome back to Boomer Softball Field. Brock Campbell, he's Tyler Riggs, and happy that you joined us for a district battle here today at Boomer Softball Field between the Guymon Tigers and the Woodward Boomers. And we want to go and get one of our sponsors real quick here.
Yeah, one of our great sponsors here that's joined us for Woodward Softball, Cut Above. Cut Above specializes in haircuts, barber services, color, perm, eyelashes, manicures, pedicures, massages, and so much more. Come see him at 709 Main Street in Woodward. Cut Above is a proud sponsor of the Woodward Boomers. Obviously, they big fans of Lainey Vo over here. So,
and you will leave with not only a great haircut, but some life lessons, some jokes.
Yeah, good time.
All of the above. As we are back to action, it's Jaden Garcia stepping in for Guymon, the second baseman, number 18, takes the first pitch from Gatrell for a strike. 0-1 is the count. We're in the top of the second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Quickly working is Gatrell. That is inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Madison found a solid rhythm there in that first inning, especially towards the back half. So we'll see if she can keep with it.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be inside and low for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. No outs. Top of the second inning, no score. Boomer softball, 5-2 in district play, 12-16 overall. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That is high and outside for a ball, and I know what I just said, the 2-1 pitch. That's what I said. I caught myself there. 3 balls, 1 strike. Madison needs to work back up the ladder, get back into this count. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That's right down Main Street for strike 2, and clearly taking was Garcia. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And no reason not to get a strike right there, right?
Here's a 3-2 pitch. Swung on, a little tapper back to the mound. Madison flips to first for the 1-3 putout. Way to work back up the ladder for Madison there.
Yeah, great job to battle back in the count. She's really, early in the count trying to work, the paint, but it quite hadn't been there yet. So we'll see if she can start doing that, because if she can, she's going to throw these Guymon hitters off catching some of them corners.
Now batting for the Tigers, the right fielder, it's going to be Mercedes Vasquez. She wears number 5, and she swings at the first pitch. Was right on the pitch. When you're right on the pitch, you know it because it's you foul it straight back and just missed it. Oh, no balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch for Madison. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Got her pulled the string a little bit there for strike 2. So now she's ahead in the count. Oh, no balls and 2 strikes.
Good job by Madison. Just go after her there on 0-1.
0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 struck her out. And that's number 2 on the inning for Madison as she works quickly, gets 2 quick outs in the top of the second.
And what a combo right there. Went low with the changeup on 0-1, got her swinging, and then went right back high with the rising fastball and just produced a nice strikeout.
With no runners aboard and 2 outs in the inning, in steps the first baseman. I'll get her right name here. The number 4, Kaylee Rhodes, takes the first pitch for a strike right down Main Street, so she's behind the count 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be on the inside corner, strike 2. She didn't like the call, but she's down quickly. Oh, no balls and 2 strikes to Gartrell. She's in a rhythm right now.
Madison just going after him, and that's what you got to do against this guy on the team.
Gartrell's 0-2 pitch. That's high. Made her try to chase that rise ball. And I've seen so many, you say that's easy to lay off of until you're at the dish.
Oh, yeah.
It looks perfect until it gets about 5 feet in front of you, and it just shoots up. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and she retires aside with 2 strikeouts to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We move to the bottom of the second. It's no score, and this is Boomer Softball on Z92.
If you're an owner or operator that has been put in the shop due to breakdowns, let Diesel Dynamics LLC get you out of the shop and back trucking. Diesel Dynamics LLC is a high-quality truck and rig engine repair shop that offers 24-hour service. At 38757 South County Road 200 in Woodward, they take care of all your repair needs. Give Tim a call at 580-334-0485 or at the office at 580-254-2199. Go Boomers!
And welcome back to Boomer Softball Field. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs with you as we move to the bottom of the second inning. No score. Boomers and Tigers. And we were just talking about Madison Gartrell. Just in a rhythm right now in the circle. We didn't see that last time that we were here. She had Arnett was just crushing the ball too.
Yeah.
But man, she's really settling into that rhythm. She likes to work fast.
Well, the thing I'm noticing too, Brock, is she's being more aggressive in the strike zone today so far. Just really challenge them early in the counts, and then she has to try to throw that rising fastball up there, and a little high to get somebody to swing. She's comfortable with that, but she's really just going after him and saying, hey, if you're going to get around on this ball, you're going to have to do it right now.
And that's an extension of last night. She shut out Del City 2-0 in a full 7 innings. So she's in the zone right now.
I was going to say, good time to be in midseason form, right?
Yes. Now batting for the Boomers to lead off the bottom of the second inning, the shortstop, number 6, Allie Cook. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch. That is right down Main Street from Gutierrez, strike 1.
Yeah, we'll see if Gutierrez kind of takes some notes from Madison and starts going after these batters a bit more. She's trying to pick her spots early in the counts. It hasn't quite worked out.
Allie Cook hitting about 256. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's high and a little outside too. So 1 ball, 1 strike evens the count. Allie steps in. Gutierrez gets a sign. And here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be swung on a little bit. Is it going to be over the head? Yeah, it's over the head of the left fielder. She misplayed it, and that's going to be a stand-up double for Allie Cook to start the bottom of the second.
Yeah, it's Chloe Browning over there in left field. One of the seniors just, I don't know if she lost in the sun or bit or what, but it was definitely a decent pop there from Allie Cook and a big double lead off this inning.
I tell you, Tyler, those types of hits, when they're hit at you with so much velocity like that, they are hard. Being an outfitter myself, they're hard to judge.
Well, and they carry it a bit more, too.
Yes, they do.
That's the big part of it, and that's kind of what got Browning there.
That brings up Haley Harlow, the designated player. She steps in, takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Haley is hitting just a tick over 200 at 227, and she wears number 23. She's down 0-1 in the count. Runner at second base, nobody out. Here's Gutierrez, 0-1 pitch. That's swung on and missed for strike 2.
Yeah, and for Haley here, she has produced some RBIs for this team, a decent amount. So although the average isn't up there, she knows when runners on base, she has big opportunity.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. That stays low and inside for ball 1.
And good patience there
Yes,
by Haley.
she flinched a little bit.
It's tough to lay off of right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner at second base. We're in the bottom of the second. No score. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's going to stay high and outside. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So nicely done by Haley, getting behind in the count. Now she's fought back to even it at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, especially with the runner on base, you want to force Gutierrez into a really tough spot here in the count.
Gutierrez winds. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be swung on and belted into the right center gap. Is it going to fall? It will. It's a base hit. Moving to third is going to be Cook. Haley Harlow's tempted to try to go to second, but cutting it off with Gutierrez. And there's runners at the corners. Nobody out for the Boomers.
And this is what they needed, Brock. You got to get going early against this Guymon team. The quicker you could get Gutierrez rattled, because she does suffer a little bit from some control issues at times. So if you get her kind of, throwing some wild pitches, you're going to be able to stack up some runs.
Both runners at the corners. Nobody out. Steps in. The second baseman, J.B. Miramontes, steps in. She wears number 5. She takes the first pitch. She squares around to bunt. It's fouled down the right field line for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Trying to maybe put a squeeze on there.
Yeah, well, it's, revert back to what we talked to with Coach Hall, just trying to be better at playing small ball and, instead of trying to always crack home runs, right?
Yeah, when you get runners at third base, you have to get those runners in softball.
No doubt.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Gutierrez right now. She squares around. There's a ball low and inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runners at the corners. We're in the the bottom of the second. No score, but the Boomers are threatening. 1 ball, 1 strike coming up. Miramontes gets the signal from Coach Hall. Gutierrez gets her signal. Here's the wind, and here's the 1-1 pitch. She squares around a butt. It's going to be popped in the air, and easily taking it on the pop-up is Gutierrez. And Miramontes attempted to put it down to get the runner into home plate, but she unfortunately pops it up. And it is so hard to bunt. People don't understand how hard it is to bunt the ball.
Well, not only that, but in softball, those rising fastballs. I mean, you talk about changing the last 5 feet. It's exactly what happened there to Miramontes. Just tried to square it up, but instead wound up just a bit under.
Now steps in with 1 out, runners at the corners. It's going to be the catcher, number 11, Justice Wilson. And she squares around a bunt. She bunts it right back to the pitcher, and she picks it up. She's going to be out at first. Nice play by Gutierrez. She checked the runner at third, and then she fired to first. Nobody was at third, and I thought we were going to have everybody safe, but good heads-up play by Gutierrez getting for sure out at 1.
Yeah, and she's a very solid defensive pitcher. I mean, when the ball gets put in play around her, she's able to react really well and get on top of it. We've seen that now a couple of times.
Does move Haley Harlow to second, so runners at second and third with 2 outs. And Riley Moore at the plate. The freshman takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Riley Moore playing right field. Wears number 4. And we kind of alluded to her on the coach's show. She's got a lot of potential. Just a freshman. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's low and inside for a ball. And quickly to 2-0. You really want her to find a way to get on base, so you flipped over to the order to Lainey Bowe here with 2 outs.
Oh, it'd be huge. And more importantly, even if it's kind of a bloop single, something to get at least one of these runners in.
2 balls, no strikes. Gutierrez winds, and here's the 2-0 pitch. That is right through there for a call strike. 2 balls and 1 strike.
I think Riley was taking that one no matter what.
Yeah, because that was too good not to swing. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Bottom of the second. Here is the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be on the outside corner, called strike 2, so we're going to even the count. We got 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Triple ducks on the board for Riley Moore, the freshman. Gutierrez winds. Here is the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be on the outside corner. She got called looking and rung her up. Strike 3 is the call. But in the inning for the Boomers, there was no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there was 2 left on base. We moved to the top of the third. No score. This is Boomer Softball on Z92.
Fall is here, and that means open enrollment for health insurance and Medicare is just around the corner. Bentech Insurance Agency is a certified enrollment center for health insurance policies on and off the health insurance marketplace. If you are over 65, Bentech can also help you enroll in Medicare products. Annual enrollment period for Medicare is October 15th through December 7th, and open enrollment for health insurance is November 1st to December 15th. Call your hometown agents Clint White, Lindsay Custer, or Rosetta Thompson at 580-256-9918 and let them provide all of your insurance needs.
Welcome back to Boomer Softball Field. We're moving swimmingly. We're not even at 5 o'clock, and we're at the top of the third inning. And it's these pitchers have maybe started to find their groove. We know Madison has, but Gutierrez might have started to find her groove in that last inning. No scores. She limits the damage. No runs were scored by the Boomers, so nice job working out of the jam by Gutierrez.
Yeah, she dug deep in that one and found something there at the end of that one.
And we're at the bottom of the lineup. The catcher, Gabby Uribe, she swings at the first pitch, and right to Lily Nippert, she flips it over to first base. Allie Don Carlos for the first putout. 5-3 putout to start the third.
Nothing wrong with that there. You'll take one pitch outs all the time.
Now we flip it back to the top of the lineup. Is the pitcher, number 7, Elia Gutierrez. And her first time at bat, she walked. Here's the first pitch to her. That's going to be a changeup that didn't make it to the plate. That's ball one.
What do you think the extra mind games are like when you got a pitcher up against you that you know could hit a little bit here?
I've always wondered that, especially with Major League Baseball.
Oh, yeah.
And she does just that. She belts it right up the gap to center field for a base hit, and that's the first hit for the Tigers, I believe. Yes, it's the first hit, and she's on with one out.
Yeah, just found one to square up and got a hold of it and put it right in that spot where your center fielder's not going to get it, and nobody in the infield is going to be able to get to it either.
So that brings up Haley Vasquez. Her first time up. She had a fielder's choice, 5-3. Runner at first base with one out. Here's the first pitch to her, high, and snaps throw down to first from Justice Wilson to Don Carlos, and chases Gutierrez back. And we talked about that on the coaches show with Justice. She's a very aggressive catcher.
Well, I'm liking the focus by Woodward defense so far. Really only one mistake.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is right down the third base line, taken by Lily Nippert. She flips over to first base for Don Carlos, but that was a great little nifty play by Lily to get the second out. Moving down to second with 2 outs is Gutierrez.
Yeah, that's not an easy one to corral over there at the hot corner at third because that ball was starting to dribble a little bit where, after it goes past the bag, it probably leaks foul, or at least past the foul line, so good job.
CeCe Sappington steps in for the Tigers. She flew out to the shortstop on a pop-up in the first inning. Takes the first pitch low, didn't get there quite. It was a changeup that didn't get to the plate. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is on the inside corner for a strike. She did not like it at all. He was the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, I told you, she likes to, be a pull hitter, and she wanted that one, but she thought it was maybe a bit too far inside, but it turned out to be a strike anyway.
Gatrell gets her sign. Here she winds. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be high for a ball on the outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Gutierrez down at second base. We like to keep her there. 2 outs in the inning. Madison needs to work out of a little bit of a mini jam here. Here's 2-1 pitch. That is on the outside corner. Just missed. And count goes to 3 balls, 1 strike. And now Madison needs to climb that ladder like she did in the first inning.
Yeah, this is not where you want to be with CeCe Sappington because she's got that
Got
pop.
the green light.
Yeah, and she's going to be able to go.
And here's the 3-1 pitch. That is right down central, and she laid off of it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Boy.
She doesn't like to dig them out very much. Most of the hits I saw her really crack were a little bit more towards the numbers.
So full count. Here's the full count pitch. That's going to stay high and outside for a ball, and runners will be at first and second with 2 outs, and coming to the plate now will be the third baseman, number 13, Avilee Gonzalez. Her first time up, she reached on an error. So that's a second walk for Gatrell as well. She steps in, righty-righty matchup. Here's the first pitch to her, and she's going to lift it high into the air in center field. Anybody got it? And it is caught! Erin Farley goes to the ground and makes a spectacular catch to get out of the inning as well. She steps in, righty-righty matchup. Here's the first pitch to her, and she's going to lift it high into the air in center field. Anybody got it? And it is caught! Aaron Farley goes to the ground and makes a spectacular catch.
Career Programs prepares high school students and adults for high-wage, high-skill, and high-demand careers. Career education at High Plains Technology Center could be your pathway to learn a trade that will last a lifetime. High school students can be workforce ready at graduation or earn college credit. Adults, call to see if you qualify for the Next Step Scholarship or for one of the many other financial aid resources that are available. Call High Plains Tech for more information or check out all the career programs at www.hptc.edu. High Plains Technology Center, turning education and training into workplace success.
And welcome back to Boomer Softball Field. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs. We move to the bottom of the third inning, and it's no score. And it's no score thanks to the really great catch by Riley Moore as she's running to her right and makes a shoestring grab to limit no damage in that top of the third.
Yeah, Aaron Farley there.
What I say?
You said Riley Moore.
I meant Aaron
Who
Farley.
made the first great catch, because Moore made a great one
Aaron
as well.
It was in my mind. It's just, I'm old. I can't get the words out sometimes.
It's all good. But no, Aaron, I wonder if she's taking notes from Zane on that hustle, because, boy, it was there. She got there.
Move to the bottom of the third, and Lainey Bowe almost takes the head off of Gonzalez and Coach Hall, rips it down the third base line, and that had eyes for a double, but it is foul.
Yeah, Lainey was on that one instantly and just maybe timed it a bit too early, seeing the eyes get wide on a very hittable pitch there.
And she reached on a hit to left center, a long single in the first inning. She's down 0-1 in the count. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be a outside and low for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, and Gutierrez is like, I'm not giving you that pitch again.
Yeah, with how she was on that first one, I don't blame her.
1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the third. No score. Lainey Bowe at the plate for the Boomers. Here's a 1-1 pitch. That's going to stay outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike, and definitely not giving her anything to hit right here. Not saying they're going to walk the leadoff man, because that's usually not the best idea. And here's the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be swung on and belted right past the shortstop into left field. That's going to be another single for Lainey Bowe. She just got the barrel on the bat and just right by the shortstop for Guymon. That was Haley Vasquez laying out, but unsuccessful on the hit.
Yeah, Vasquez is an outstanding shortstop there. I've seen her make some special plays. So to get that one past her, good rip there by Lainey Bowe.
Allie Duncarla steps in, first time at bat. She had a 5-3 unassisted putout, or excuse me, 3 unassisted putout. First pitch is in there for a strike. Falls behind, no balls, 1 strike here. Runner at first, nobody out. Gutierrez gets her sign. Here's the wind, and here's the 0-1 pitch. That's low and inside, hit the umpire. And there's going to be a throw down to second base. Lainey Bowe's going to get there standing up. Made it a little bit closer than it probably could have been, but nonetheless, she is safe.
Yeah, he'll take that. Good job by the Boomers to capitalize on mistake. You've got to do that in a big district game here.
1 ball, 1 strike to Allie Doncarlos with the runner at second base in scoring position with nobody out. Bottom of the third inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to stay low and inside. Boy, she almost.
Yeah.
She almost
got the bat around.
Got the bat around there, yes. But it's a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Coach Darnell wanted an explanation there of some sort for Guymon. Not sure what he was asking.
Probably asking about the strike zone there in terms of did it break.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, and a little roller up the middle, and it's going to find the gap, and it goes past the center fielder. Around third, Lainey Bowe scores easily. Allie Doncarlos around second. She'll go to third, and it's going to be a stand-up. Oh, we're probably going to get her a single, and there's probably going to be an error on the play. Yeah. So we'll give a single, and the fielder around third. Lainey Bowe scores easily. Allie Doncarlos around second. She'll go to third. And it's going to be a stand-up. Oh, we're probably going to get her a single, and there's probably going to be an error on the play.
Yeah. Now, Guymon's going to talk about some things here with Gutierrez. It's only a run given up, but this is a critical spot now with runner on third.
Yeah, definitely is. It's that old fundamental thing that they teach you when you play baseball and softball. She didn't get her mitt all the way on the ground, and she was trying to. I understand what she's trying to do because I played right field myself. She's trying to run and then crow hop and throw the ball in. But first you got to secure the ball before you do any of that. And she took her eye off the ball too, as well. So lots of things probably that Coach Darnell was like, hey, let's shake that off. Let's not do that
Trying to
again.
get them just calm down a bit.
That's right,
Because, you know, you could tell the intensities here in this game. Both teams know what's at stake here with the big district game, so.
Lily Nippert steps in for third baseman for Woodward. She puts the butt down, and Gutierrez fields it. She's got Don Carlos in a bind. She did not get tagged. She's safe.
She came back off the bag.
She came back off the bag, and then they tag her out.
Yeah, she dove to try to stretch out. Had it maybe the first time, but she maybe had a finger or two on the bag when she stretched out the first time. So trying to crawl back there, just unfortunately.
So that's a fielder's choice, a 1 to 6 to 5, I believe.
Yeah, and you got to give Gutierrez credit there for faking enough to draw that chase down.
So Nippert is safe at first on the fielder's choice. Now stepping in to the batter's box, the right side batter's box, Madison Gatrell with one out. Here's the pitch. That stays outside for a ball. So runner at first base, 1-0. Boomers on top here in the bottom of the third inning. Madison Gatrell at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes, and has an opportunity to do some more damage for the Boomers. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on. There's a bouncer. It's going to be foul down the left field line. Gonzalez fields it, and we're even at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Madison saw the pitch, tried to rip it down third base line there, but just got a bit over the top trying to get to it.
2 hits in the inning, 1 run in. There is an error as well. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Madison just puts it right up the middle. Nice stab by the second baseman, who flips to second for the first out. Then the quick throw back to first. No double play, but they do get the out at second base. So Madison will be safe on the fielder's choice, 4 to 6 to 3. Actually, 4 to 6.
That was Jaden Garcia coming up with a fantastic play over there at second.
So with 2 outs now, Haley Cook steps in, the shortstop for the Boomers. She doubled her first time out, and first pitch is way outside for a ball. 2 outs, runner at first base. That's Gatrell. Boomers lead 1-0. Hallie Cook at the plate with that .388 average with that double last time in the first inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to stay high and outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Like to get a crooked number on the board in this inning if we can. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's going to be right on the outside corner. Strike 1 call. 2 balls, 1 strike to Hallie Cook.
Yeah, still got the hitters count there. Not a bad take pitch. I mean, it's, you know, when you're up 2-0 like that, you can't be swinging on the paint.
Gutierrez winds. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's going to stay high and inside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Would love to get a runner in scoring position for Miss Haley Harlow. 3 balls, 1 strike to Haley Cook right now. That's going to be swung on and lifted over our heads. Foul ball. Strike 2, and now we're at full. 3 balls, 2 out. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Righty-righty matchup. Gutierrez gets a sign quickly, winds, and here is the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be swung on. Boy, kind of fooled her in strike 3 on the swing. But the Boomers draw first blood. There was 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and there's 1 left on base. We move to the top of the 4th inning. The Boomers on top, 1-0. This is Boomer Softball on Z92.
Craving a classic patty? There's only one place that can satisfy your hunger with 100% beef at a price you can't beat. Get your DQ fix today. 13th and Main, the home of Woodward's very own Dairy Queen with drive-through curbside delivery or call-in orders available. Great ways to get your DQ fix today. Check our Facebook page for specials or call 580-256-2397 to place an order. Monday through Thursday from 10 to 9 and 10 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Get your DQ fix today.
And welcome back to Boomer Softball Field. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs. 1-0. Boomers draw first blood in the bottom of the third inning. We move to the top of the 4th. And Madison Gatrell goes back to work in the circle for the Boomers. And leading off for Guymon, it's going to be the left fielder. This one is Browning. Number 10, Chloe Browning, who flew out to the right fielder her first time up.
Yeah, Brock, I got to tell you, though, I know it hasn't resulted in a lot of runs yet, but I've liked how the Boomers are making Gutierrez labor a little bit. There's a couple innings now where they forced some action and, you know, got Gutierrez in some intense situations. So hopefully that starts paying off here in the back half of the game, because if you could get to her and just put up, you know, a 3-spot or something like that in an inning, that may be enough today with how Madison's showing that she's locked in so far.
That's a good point. If you can really get in the pitcher's head and really make her work and throw some pitches more than she wants to throw, then yeah, you've got an advantage. So here's Madison Gatrell's first pitch. That's going to be lifted down the right field line, going out of play over there on the right side. Strike one to Browning. No balls, 1 strike as we start the top of the 4th. Boomers lead it 1-0 in this crucial district matchup tonight. Madison gets her sign, works quickly. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is a changeup that is just a pretty changeup on the outside corner. Browning didn't think it was that good, but it is a strike. No balls and 2 strikes.
Had Browning fooled right there, half swung, pulled it back, still a strike.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's going to stay high and outside for ball 1. That's one of those pitches that, you know, if you're in the stands, you're like, beep, 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 because it just trails back in, just floats in. Here's a 1-2 pitch. It's going to be high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Madison needs to stay ahead of the count. Well, she's even the count. Doesn't want to lose the hitter here. And this is what Browning did her first time up. She worked a walk. Nope, she didn't. She flew out to right field. I'm thinking somebody else. And there's ball 3 high and outside. Madison is behind in the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes now.
Yeah, you got to get her with something here. Maybe go back to that changeup. Just leave it a little low and see if she swings.
Here's the 3-2 pitch to Browning. And she swings on it. She's going to roll it to second baseman Miramontes. Flips to first to ALLIE Don Carlos for the 4-3 putout for the first out of the 4th inning.
Good job there by Miramontes getting in front of that one. Those are the sneaky ones. I mean, we just saw it there in center field for Guymon, where those little dribblers sometimes could get
little English on those sometimes.
Yep.
Now stepping in to the batter's box, Jaden Garcia for the Tigers. She's going to swing on the first pitch and lines it down the right field line, out of play for strike 1. And her first time, actually, I got the wrong, nope, I got the right. Second baseman. I'm looking at a different number. Number 18, Jaden Garcia. She was a 1-3 putout her first time up. Here's a 1 pitch. That's a floater that hits the outside corner, and Jaden Garcia looks back at the umpire and says, "Are you kidding me?" She might have had a beef. That was a little outside, I think, but a generous call for Gatrell.
We'll take it always.
No balls and 2 strikes to Garcia. She works quickly. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be swung on. Little pop-up. Who's got it? Who's got it? It's Justice Wilson. She drops it.
That's a tough one to track right there. It didn't quite come back to Justice, and typically on those, you know, you'll get them pop up and
the
they
first
roll back a
baseman
bit.
will usually call the catcher off because you got the ball floating the other direction.
Well, it was just in that no man's land.
Yeah,
you know?
and it was too, yeah. So new life for Garcia. See what she does with it. No balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. That's going to be high and outside for a ball. Just a little high. Just barely. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Garcia. Steps back in, working quickly. Madison Gatrell in the circle. And here's the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be looped down the right field line. It's going to fall in there for a base hit. So her new life, she used it well. And Guymon has got a runner with 1 out at first base.
Yeah, just one of those she took the other way. And, you know, Madison went right back to that top corner out in the way, and Garcia was on at that time.
Only the 2nd hit that Madison's given up today. So she's been stingy with those. Now batting for the Tigers, the right fielder, Mercedes Vasquez. Her first time up, she struck out, swinging, and she pops the first one up and over our heads for strike 1.
Tell you what, though, if Madison could keep this up, Brock, this would be impressive, because the first 7 batters, in Guymon's lineup, all hitting 350 plus. So
and Mercedes Vasquez, not too bad herself,
389.
389.
Yeah.
No balls, 1 strike, runner at first, 1 out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be a little dribble back to Madison. She fumbles it. Now she's going to have to flip to first base to get the force out, their easy out at 1, and moving down to second is Garcia with 2 outs. So she'll move down on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, good job by Madison to focus in after it bobbled a bit, still be able to corral and get that out. That's a huge out. Make sure you got that second one to work with now. And
with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th, Kaylee Rhodes steps in. She swings at the first pitch and not even close to that one. Her first time up, she struck out as well. And Madison just blew her away with that fastball, that rising fastball.
Well, it looks like Kaylee might just have the green light here. I mean, you're down 1-0. You got a runner in score position, despite it being 2 outs. You just hope you could get something.
Another senior here for Guymon, 1-3. She's going to swing and miss the heater again on the outside corner. She wasn't even close to that one either. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes for Madison Gartrell.
Yeah, she's definitely got the green light. They're just hoping she could find a way to make contact and get this runner home with 2 outs.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3 to retire the side. So for the Tigers in the inning, there was no runs on 1 hit, there was no errors, and there was 1 left on base. We move to the bottom of the 4th. The Boomers lead it 1-0, and this is Boomer Softball on Z92.
Whether you drive a pickup, SUV, or crossover vehicle, there's a Michelin tire perfect for the driving experience you want. Look to the Michelin family of light truck tires to provide the quiet, comfortable ride you want on the highway or the rugged toughness required on the job site. Whatever your vehicle, there's a Michelin tire perfectly suited for the way you drive. High Plains Tire has the right set of Michelin tires for whatever you drive. See us today. Specific performance may vary by tire model.
And welcome back to Boomer Softball. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs. Boomers lead it 1-0 in this District 5A game between the Guymon Tigers, and we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. And you just feel like you're almost there, like you said in that last inning. If you can really get to Gutierrez a couple more runs, that might be it for today.
Yeah, because Madison Gartrell has just found a way to lock in. And I think the big key to her success today so far has been able to get those early outs. She's not finding herself in spots where she's got, 2 base runners on with 1 out or 0 outs. She's at least getting an out or 2 before she either allows a base runner or allows a runner in scoring position. So that's always big for the confidence.
Haley Harlow steps in to lead off the bottom of the 4th for the Boomers. She had a hit to left field her first time up. Here's the first pitch to her, and then a little dribbler. And nice. Oh, she bobbles it. Does Gutierrez, and Haley Harlow is going to be safe. And I don't know if anybody touched it. If nobody touches that, that's a hit.
Yeah, and that was just a little bit of
how would you score that, partner?
I would call that an error.
I think it's going to be an error.
Gutierrez just bobbled it. That's a rare mistake from her. I mean, she's been, and every time I've seen her, and then today so far, she's been pretty solid there when she's had to go into defensive mode.
So unfortunately, we're going to give the error to Gutierrez on that one. So Haley Harlow is safe at first on the air, though. Brings up JB Miramontes. She swings at it and just almost takes the head off of Gutierrez, but there Garcia, she just plays it off the glove of Gutierrez and flips to second for the force out. No play back to the double play, and Miramontes is safe on the fielder's choice.
And boy, if there's not a glove just barely put on that by Gutierrez, that's at least a good single right there. But Gutierrez that time reacted just quick enough, Brock.
So that was a fielder's choice, 3 to 4 to 6 on that play, on the put out. 1 out for the Boomers here in the bottom of the 4th. That brings up Justice Wilson, the catcher. And she was a 1-3 put out, so she a little dribbler back to the pitcher last time up. See what she can do here. First pitch, and she pop up behind the dish and trying to make a play on it was Uribe, and she just went off her glove. That's a tough one when it's almost back to the net. You can't put your glove against the net because you can't use the net to help you. And she just dropped the ball. So
well, it was especially with the metal on top of the nets here, it makes it even more difficult because you think it might clip that before it even gets a chance to get to the nets.
So Justice Wilson has new life. We saw that happen with Jaden Garcia last inning. See what she can do with this new life. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and she's going to use it well. It's a single past the diving shortstop once again into left field. Runners at first and second with 1 out.
Another play where they just get past.
Do with this new life. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and she's going to use it well. It's a single past the diving shortstop once again into left field. Runners at first and second.
Good single.
Yeah, just past Haley Vasquez. Coming in to run is number 20 for the Boomers. That is going to be, it's Kay Wells. We don't have a first name. If we can get a first name, that would be great. Somebody can, maybe you want to ask somebody. Riley Moore steps in for the Boomers with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Bottom of the 4th inning. Boomers lead it 1-0. Riley Moore struck out her first time up. Struck out looking, actually. Now she's going to square to bunt. She does bunt it. A nice little bunt down first base line. She's going to move both runners to first and second, or excuse me, second and third. Nice little bunt by the freshman there, and the runners at second and third with 2 outs with Laney Vo up.
Maybe Kendall Wells.
Kendall Wells,
the runner out there.
Kendall Wells, the pinch runner at second. So, got runners at second and third with should be 2 outs up there.
Yep.
Laney Vo steps in. He flipped it to the top of the lineup. And here's the first pitch to Laney. She's going to rip it to shortstop. Haley Vasquez gobbles that up. Throws it across the diamond. It's an error. Gets past Rhodes. She's going to have to field it. Run is in. Another run is in. And it's 3-0 Boomers. Laney Vo's going to be safe. She's going to rip it to shortstop. Haley Vasquez gobbles that up. Throws it across the diamond. It's an error. Gets past Rhodes. She's going to have to field it. Run is in. Another run is in. And it's 3-0.
Wells was just right beside her as she's trying to field that, so Vasquez having to throw around her resulted in a bit of a miss throw.
So 2 runs in on the air. Stepping in now is ALLIE Don Carlos. She had a hit her last time to center field, so she's officially 1 for 2 on the night. 3-0 Boomers on top. Bottom of the 4th inning, 2 outs. Runner at second base. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Gutierrez. That's swung on miss, and it's swung on and missed for strike 2 inside corner. And we said it. If you can get to Gutierrez, 1 or 2 more might seal this tonight. 3-0 Boomers. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Don Carlos. She's going to loop it into right field. That's over the head of Garcia. Coming around third is Laney Vo. She's going to try to score. She will. It's 4-0. Moving to second on the throw. 3-0 Boomers. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Don Carlos. She's going to loop it into right field. That's over the head of Garcia. Coming around third is Laney Vo. She's going to try to score. She will. It's 4-0. Moving.
That's because he's talked, you know, a lot about how they've just been ripping, you know, some hits, but they've just been going straight back to people. That's not the case today.
Yeah, Lily Nippert now in for 2 outs. Runner at second base. Ball stays outside for ball 1. And there's another error on the throw, too, for the Tigers. Throw one from the right fielder. So 3 runs in, 2 outs. Runner at second base. 1-0 pitch to Nippert. That's going to be low and inside for ball 2.
And Gutierrez is really searching right now because the last couple times she's put in the strike zone, Boomers have taken advantage of it. It's really forcing her into some tough spots.
Giving up 7 hits has Gutierrez so far in the ball game. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That's going to be swung on and fouled right back toward us. Strike 1, 2 balls and 1 strike. Might have fished for that one a little bit, but
yeah,
I like the aggressiveness with 2 outs.
Just a tick late, too. You definitely tell us one that she thought about swinging at for a second.
2 balls, 1 strike to Lily Nippert. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and lifted into second base. The little looper. I thought it was going to go out a little bit farther, but it didn't. Jaden Garcia with the put out to end the inning. But in the inning for the Boomers, a big inning. It was 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, and there was 1 left on base. We move to the top of the 5th. Boomers lead it 4-0. This is Boomer Softball on Z92.
Getzinger Abstract and Title Company, 848 Main in downtown Woodward, has been serving Northwest Oklahoma for over 80 years. Family owned and operated with dependability you can trust with all your real estate closing, title, and abstract needs. Call Getzinger Abstract and Title.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Hey, welcome back to Boomer Softball Field. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs, 4-0. Woodward on top of the Guymon Tigers in this District 5 matchup. Can't remember, are we District 5A2 in softball as well? I don't remember. I know we're in 5A, it's district. But anyways, Boomers lead it. That's the most important part, 4-0. Leading off for the Tigers is going to be the catcher, number 8, Gabby Uribe. She's officially 0-1 on the afternoon. First pitch is high and back to the screen, ball 1.
And interesting here by Guymon, you might try to get her to force a bit of a squeeze and get on base that way. They're not really finding much success outside of some of these small ball hits.
Gatro's only given up 2 hits today and 2 walks. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's in there on the inside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts.
Madison's done a great job of really nailing the bottom part of the zone today against Arnett. That was something she really struggled with.
I said 2 walks, 3 strikes out. 3 strikeouts. There we go. 1-1 pitch is low for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gabby Uribe for the Tigers steps in. Righty-righty matchup. Here's a 2-1 pitch. She squares around, and boy, that was a attempted bunt, but it's going to be strike 2. She didn't bring the bat back, so 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. 4-0. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Boomers lead it. Madison Gartrell in the wind. Here's the pitch. A little pop-up to her, and she'll take it herself for the unassisted 1 put out and the first out of the top of the 5th.
There you go again. Get a nice early out to start this half inning. And that's really, what Madison's done well. She's gone after these batters and really challenged them, and Guymon just hasn't had an answer.
We go back to the top of the lineup. It's the pitcher, number 7, Aaliyah Gutierrez. She's 1 for 2. Actually, she's 1 for 2. Actually, 1 for 1. She had a walk, and she had a hit to center field, so she's officially 1 for 1. Takes the first pitch back to the screen for ball 1. Gutierrez hitting .350 on the year. Ace of the pitching staff, 4-2 record, 4.8 ERA. Here's the 1-0 pitch. She's going to sky that one to left field. Lainey Vo is under it. She's still looking. She traces back to the line and makes the catch. Nice play by the senior for the second out.
Yeah, great job by Lainey to track that one. We just saw for Guymon where Chloe Browning had an issue with that same type of hit.
Yeah.
It just got over her head. Lainey, though, tracked it well, and that's another big out. And all of a sudden, hey, you're staring at 2 down, nobody on.
2 down, nobody on. Like my partner said, Haley Vasquez in. Takes the first pitch, and it's a changeup right through there for a strike 1 call. Vasquez is 0 for 2 on the night. Officially 2 fielders' choice. Actually, nope. Yeah, 2 fielders' choice. She's going to swing on the second pitch. Lifts it into the air, and taking control of it is Haley Cook from her shortstop position right at the second base bat. Officially 2 fielders' choice. Actually, nope. Yeah, 2 fielders' choice. She's going to swing on the second pitch. Lifts it into the air, and taking control of it is Haley Cook from her shortstop position.
Dr. Christy Mosley at 9th Street Vision Clinic is a family practice providing glaucoma and cataract management, contact lenses, designer frames, plus 1-hour service on most single vision glasses. Call 254-5060 or stop by 1602 9th Street in Woodward.
76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone. Ask about your company's emotional health benefits. Visit heart.org/sharing. Brought to you by the American Heart Association.
Hey, welcome back to Boomer Softball. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs. 4-0. Boomers on top as we move to the bottom of the 5th, and we've got a sharp sponsor for you.
I see what you did there, Brock. It is Cut Above. Cut Above specializes in haircuts, barber services, color, perm, eyelashes, manicures, pedicures, massages, and so much more. Come see him at 709 Main Street in Woodward. Cut Above, proud sponsor of the Woodward Boomers. Georgina and crew, very proud of Lainey Vo, and what she does, and of course the rest of this Boomer squad as well.
And we lead off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Boomers. Madison Gartrell with a 4-0 lead. Here's the pitch from Gutierrez. She's going to swing on it, pops it up here of the right side. It's going to go out of play. Hits on top of the dugout for the Guymon Tigers, and it's going to be a long strike. No balls and 1 strike.
Hopefully I didn't wake anybody up over there.
I'm sure it's loud over there.
Well, sometimes if you're sitting over in the dugout, it's a nice cool day like this, get a little too comfortable, start dozing off, and bam, there you go.
I don't think anybody's dozing off on Coach Darnell's bench over there for the Tigers. 0-1 is the count to Gartrell. Gutierrez winds, and here's the pitch. That's a changeup that hit the outside corner, and it's called strike 2.
That's what Gutierrez, she raises that changeup a bit more than what you see a usual pitcher do, just because the movement's not there downward-wise, so you got to kind of mix it up.
Here's the 0-2 pitch, swung on and almost taking the head off of Gutierrez, but good stop there. Haley Vasquez doesn't give up on the play, makes the play in front of second base and fires over to first base to Rhodes for the 6-3 put out.
Boy, Gutierrez has had a quick glove today because we were just hitting it right back at her a few of these times. That time just had to put the glove up in front of the face and hope he either caught it or, in that case, Haley Vasquez came over and made a play.
Like League of Their Own, where Dottie almost takes the head off of,
yeah.
Kit.
Oh, man.
And the announcer even says that. She almost took her head off. In steps Haley Cook, and she's going to be hit by the pitch.
I think that one just barely hit her shoe top.
Just barely clipped her. So there's a hit by the pitch. The first one we've seen this season, broadcasting Boomer softball. That brings up Haley Harlow. She reached on an error last time, but she's officially 1 for 1. Reached on an error by the first baseman. First pitch is in there, and it's a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first base, 1 out.
That was a great take there by Haley. I mean, that's high and inside, but that's one of those that sometimes you want to swing on.
1-0 pitch coming from Gutierrez right now. That's going to be swung on. Boy, she had to wait a minute on that changeup, and she's laughing about it, too. She's like, I had to wait for about 5 counts there before I swung the bat.
She was definitely set for that fastball. That's what she was waiting on, and it just never came.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first base. Boomers lead it 4-0. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's right through there, but low, according to the umpire. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Coach Darnell shaking his head over there. Wanted that call. 2 balls, 1 strike to Haley Harlow. One of 3 seniors for the Boomers. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Swung on, and little roller back to shortstop. Vasquez flips to second, and she's going to get her at second base.
Yeah, but a good job there to make sure that there's no double play being able to take place. Just because the way she slid in there made it. They're discussing it a little bit.
Coach Hall's going to appeal it because Haley Cook looked like she slid in there and beat the tag on the back side of the bag. And they're going to conference about it, see what the home plate umpire saw.
Maybe Boomer TV could provide them a replay here.
Got a replay.
We got the camera back there. It's perfect
spot. We have the headset back here. Listening to New York. They're conversing about it. We'll see what happens. They're going to call her out.
Yeah, that's a tough one, and it's without obviously having replay, you can't really ever truly get that one right in terms of one team's going to be happy, one team's going to be mad.
So Haley's at second ball, according to the umpire. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Coach Darnell shaking his head over there. Wanted that call. 2 balls, 1 strike to Haley Harlow. One of 3 seniors for the Boomers. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Swung on, and little roller back to shortstop. Vasquez flips to second, and she's going to get her at second base.
Yeah, but a good job there to make.
Change up, going to stay inside and low. Ball 2.
Yeah, Gutierrez, you can tell when she let that one go, she knew it was going to be a bit of an awkward one because she came out of the circle a bit, maybe preparing for it to go past the
That's
catcher.
one thing you could see in softball other than baseball pitchers. You could see softball pitchers like, I didn't throw that very good. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's high and outside. 3 balls, no strikes. You can see the facial expressions a lot more than you can see the men when they pitch.
Well, that's because the men try to hide it a bit. Although
that's true.
You watch some of their faces after some home runs, they just shake their head.
Or they just put their head down when it's hit. There's a call strike right down the center, and clearly taken was J.B. Miramontes. 3 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, those pitchers, once the ball hits the bat, they're like,
oh yeah, they know as soon as it gets touched. Yeah.
3 balls, 1 strike. That's going to be belted down the right side, out of play. Foul ball, strike 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. So we got a full house on the board. But winning a couple hands so far, the Boomers, they're up 4-0.
You just had to.
I had to. I had to. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be lifted into at the first baseman. That's Rhodes. She'll take it herself for the 3rd out. So in the inning for the Boomers, there was no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base as we move to the top of the 6th inning. It's 4-0 Boomers, and this is Z92.
Don't wait until your first claim to find out about your insurance coverage. Stop by your local AAA insurance office located at 1915 Oklahoma Avenue across from Sonic. Let Gary Wise and Kelly Sampson review your auto, home, and life insurance coverages. With your AAA membership, you receive the traditional roadside services as well as discounts on auto and homeowners insurance. Like the Boomers, be a winner. Switch to AAA insurance and save.
Hey, welcome back to Boomer Softball Field. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs move to the top of the 6th inning. Boomers lead it 4-0. And Madison Gartrell has been money in the circle tonight.
Oh, yeah. Now you just hope she could keep the focus here in the last couple innings and secure this one, because this would be a huge district win and one that, you get a little bit of revenge. Obviously, we talked about how Guymon beat them 6-5 earlier in the season. So if you get this one, it'd feel very nice.
Have to navigate the 3, 4, 5 hitters here to start the top of the 6, and that's going to be CC Sappington stepping in, officially 0 for 2 on the night. First pitch is a changeup that just rolls. Actually, I don't even think it was a changeup. I think it was just a pitch that rolled up there.
Yeah, it just came out low. Just came out really low.
She's going for the spare. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be swung on, and taking that shortstop, Haley Cook fires over to first base to ALLIE Don Carlos for the 6-3 putout.
Great job by Cook, and a great job by Masson to keep CC Sappington in check. That is something that not a lot of people could say they've done this season.
455 average.
Yep.
And she's
with some
0
pop.
She's
with
0
some
for
pop.
right now. She's wearing the sombrero. Not
There
the
you
sombrero. That's when you strike out 3 times.
Yes, and then the golden ones when you strike out 4.
Yes, there you go. Boy, waiting on that changeup is Gonzalez, and she lifts one high into center field, deep center field, and that's taken by Aaron Farley.
Another
on the putout.
great play
Got
there
the
by
name right.
Aaron.
Yes, there you go. Boy, waiting on that changeup is Gonzalez, and she lifts one high into center field, deep center field, and that's taken by Aaron Farley.
Another
on the putout.
Right.
If we had some wind today, that's gone.
Oh, no doubt.
Now stepping in is Chloe Browning. She's going to lift the first one up and over the right side for the first foul ball. So no balls and 1 strike. Chloe is officially 0 for 2 on the day as well. Flew out to right field in the first and back in the fourth. 4-3 putout. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Change up that just stayed off the outside corner. Umpire getting a little bit of guff from the Woodward crowd over here.
Well,
got a little bit of a glaff going on with them.
There's been a couple of tough calls like that today where it's just, boy, I'm glad it's not me out there calling.
1-1 pitch is belted up the middle, and that's going to find a gap into center field. Aaron Farley's going to play it on the ground. It's going to be a single, a 2-out single for Chloe Browning. She'll be on at first for 2 outs, and that brings up the second baseman, Jaden Garcia, who's officially 1 for 2 on the day. She had a hit to right field back in the 4th inning. Gatrell works quickly. Here's the first pitch. That's high and inside for a ball. Even the umpire flinched on that one.
Yeah, that one had some zip on it, no doubt about it.
Gatrell, 1-0 pitch. That's just going to roll up there again. It's going to be 2 balls and no strikes.
Tried to sneak one low because you went really high that first pitch. Maybe could have came back and got a strike right there at the knees, but dipped a bit more than she wanted.
2 balls, 1 strike to Jaden Garcia. 4-0. Boomers on top. 2 outs in the inning. Runner at first base. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That's going to be belted or lifted into center fielder. Coming on strong is Farley. Now Miramontes is going to call her off and takes it into short center field for the 3rd out. So in their inning for the Tigers, no runs on runner at first base. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That's going to be belted or lifted into center fielder. Coming on strong is Farley. Now Miramontes is going to call her off and takes it into short center field for the 3rd out. So in their
Patty, there's only one place that can satisfy your hunger with 100% beef at a price you can't beat. Get your DQ fix today. 13th and Main, the home of Woodward's very own Dairy Queen with drive-through curbside delivery or call-in orders available. Great ways to get your DQ fix today. Check our Facebook page for specials or call 580-256-2397 to place an order. Monday through Thursday from 10 to 9 and 10 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Get your DQ fix today.
And welcome back to Boomer Softball Field. Brock Campbell, he's Tyler Riggs. We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's all Boomers 4-0. Thanks in part to some good timely hitting and also some good pitching in the circle from Gatrell.
Yeah, well, that inning last year was was another example of, Mass has been able to get those early outs, and by the time the runner's on, there's, 2 outs, so you're not facing as much pressure, and that's just resulted in, so far, a shutout.
And good defense behind Madison as well.
Absolutely, some great plays.
Justice Wilson steps in to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning, takes it on the outside corner for a strike, 1 call, no balls, 1 strike to Justice. She is 1 for 2 on the day. She had a hit into left field, a C&I single past Vasquez in the 4th inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be a high and outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Vasquez she hadn't had it today in terms of really trying to find that zone. She's had to battle a lot,
You said
And,
Vasquez. You mean Gutierrez?
Gutierrez, thank you.
See?
Rob.
See?
You're rubbing off on me, Danny.
Don't blame it on me. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wilson. She's going to swing on it. And a little nubber over here on the right side is going to be a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Justice in a hole, needs to work out of it now.
Yeah, and here, if you're the Boomers, you just really need to keep pressure on Gutierrez. You don't have to go put up a lot of runs. I mean, it'd be nice, but, just kind of stay in her head a bit and maybe scratch across 1 or 2 more.
Yeah. More runs is never a bad thing.
No.
Here's a 1-2 pitch. That's going to be lifted into left field. Coming on strong as the left fielder. She's going to get there and make the catch. And that was Chloe Browning on the run. And makes the first out of the inning.
Good cut there by Justice, but unfortunately, I think just a bit too much under it. If she could have got on top of it, take more, that could have been a ripper down the third base line.
Now the freshman steps in. It's going to be the right fielder, Riley Moore. She's officially 0 for 2 on the day. Had a sacrifice back in the 4th inning and struck out looking in the 2nd. Lifts the first one over the right side for a foul ball, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on the bases. Boomers lead it 4-0. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Moore. She's going to square around and attempted the bunt, missed the bunt. She's going to take it for a strike.
Boy, it would have been a good one there. She could have got the contact because those the corners there were not quite ready for that.
No balls, 2 strikes, and that's a good idea by Riley Moore. Use your speed to get on base. No balls, 2 strikes. Way outside for a ball.
Well, that's some
How can they lay off pitches that close? I had to. People are like, what is he talking about? If you haven't watched Major League, then go watch Major League.
Gonna get a lot of movie references.
Kids don't watch Major League. Adults watch Major League.
There you go.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Moore. She's going to swing and rips it down the left field line, but it's foul.
Boy,
and that would have been in the corner, and that would have been a double for sure.
Yeah, just curled foul. I mean, if it could have stayed on the other side of the bag, that would have been nice, but just took a hard left turn at the wrong time.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on base. 4-0. Boomers on top. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Going to be swung on, and boy, staying alive is the freshman. She's not going to go down easily. She struck out looking, and she was not happy about that in the 2nd inning. She is fighting. She's battling Gutierrez right here in the bottom of the 6th. Gutierrez winds, and here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Riley Moore is finally retired by Gutierrez.
Gutierrez found a good pitch right there. I do like Riley Moore's aggressiveness on the back end of that count. Like you said, she went down looking the first time, and you want to be able to redeem that. So good effort there by Riley Moore.
3 strikeouts for Gutierrez on the night. That brings Lainey Vo to the dish with nobody on and 2 outs. First pitch is high and outside for a ball from Gutierrez. Lainey has done some damage tonight. She has reached on an error, had 2 hits, so she's officially 2 for 2. Reached on an error, scored 2 runs as well. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to stay high, or excuse me, low and outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Boy, you can tell she's really being careful with Lainey here.
Oh yeah, when we get burnt a couple times by a batter, it gets inside your head. You know, you approach everything differently.
Here's a 2-0 pitch. That's going to be ripped into left field, right in front of the left fielder, Browning, and she has to play it on a couple hops. And Lainey Bo's at first base with 2 outs and a single there for the Boomers. So here's a 2-0 pitch. That's going to be ripped into left field, right in front of the left fielder, Browning, and she has to play it on a couple hops. And Lainey Bo's at first base with 2 outs and a single. So 8 hits officially given up by Gutierrez. There's the pitch. It gets by Gabby Uribe. And going down to second is Lainey Bo. That, I know we're up 4-0, but never hurts to get another run and get it to 5-0 here. ALLIE Don Carlos is ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, that's the second time Lainey, once again, has been able to take advantage of a bit of a wild pitch when she's been on the bases.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to ALLIE. She's just going to dribble it back to first baseman. That's a good error. She bobbled it for a minute, retrieves it, and composes herself and flips it to first for the 3rd out of the inning. For the Boomers in the inning, no runs on, 1 hit. There were no errors, and there was 1 left on base. We move to the top of the 7th. Last call for the Tigers. Boomers lead it 4-0. This is Boomer Softball on Z92.
Whether you drive a pickup, SUV, or crossover vehicle, there's a Michelin tire perfect for the driving experience you want. Look to the Michelin family of light truck tires to provide the quiet, comfortable ride you want on the highway, or the rugged toughness required on the job site. Whatever your vehicle, there's a Michelin tire perfectly suited for the way you drive. High Plains Tire has the right set of Michelin tires for whatever you drive. See us today. Specific performance may vary by tire model.
And welcome back to the Boomer softball field. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs. We move to the top of the 7th. Last call for the Tigers as the Boomers lead at 4-0. Madison Gartrell trying to go the full 7 as she did last night against Del City.
Yeah, has really been on it. And here you got to make sure you're staying focused. Get dialed in for this last, hopefully, last set of outs. Just finish the job, finish strong here for Madison.
3 strikeouts and I believe 1, 2, 3 hits given up by Gartrell today. Jaden Garcia rips it to shortstop. Haley Cook, she's up, fires across the diamond, and boy, just coming out of the mitt is Allie Don Carlos, and she'll be safe at first on the air by the first baseman.
Yeah, it's a tough one there. Allie Don Carlos just couldn't quite get the squeeze on it. Just dribbled out of the glove. It was a good stretch. You had to stretch for it a little bit. And that's all right, though. It's all right. Just got to come back here for Madison and get another good out.
And that brings to the plate, it's going to be a different hitter here, number 2. That's going to be Catherine Davis. She's hitting .440. So she'll be hitting for the Tigers. Boomers lead it 4-0. Runner at first base, nobody out. Top of the 7th inning. Brock Campbell, Tyler Riggs. Also with Boomer TV, if you don't know, if you're not watching the YouTube page or our stream, we are with YouTube, or not YouTube, with Boomer TV today. Gosh.
You'll get it out.
It's a long week. Here's the pitch to Davis. She's going to square around and bunt it. She's going to try and beat the throw. There's a wide throw, and it's going to go into right field. Runners are going to go to second and third. Runner coming home. Garcia's going to make it all the way from first to third, or first to home. And it's 4-1. Guymon on top, dents the plate with the first run of the game, and nobody out. Runner at second base.
Yeah, and that was, I got to say, that was a pretty good bunt there by Catherine Davis. That was going to be a tough out at first no matter what, even if the throw was a little bit more on target. So
who made the throw? Was it Wilson?
I believe, I don't know. Could quite tell. It was a bit of a scrum there. They all kind of came together.
It was E2.
Yeah.
So Garcia comes all the way around first to score. It's 4-1. Nobody out. Runner at second base is Davis. And you see why they put her in there.
Well, and they traded out the defensive prowess of Kaylee Rhodes for
offense.
Yeah, with Catherine Davis. We mentioned how Rhodes only batting .243, so Davis coming in batting .440, puts the skills on display there. And Coach Hall had to come out, make sure he checked with his team, basically tell him, hey, let's focus up here, let's finish this one out and get the win.
He had to focus. Yeah, that's a focus meeting because 2 errors in the inning to start the inning. And Guymon hasn't done anything to really earn that run. You've given it to him. It's still a 4-1 lead, though. And bunting there is Gabby Uribe, and he bunts it right off of Wilson's right finger.
Yeah,
that one's not going to feel good.
No, never. I mean, it's one of the catcher's worst nightmares right there. You go to try to, frame the ball or get it, and, either the bat or the ball just winds up catching that offhand.
I caught until about 15 and under, and I had a new bruise on my body after each game, and I don't know how I got some of them. But, yeah, it is a brutal position, but it's a great position to play, too, because you're kind of like the quarterback out there as well.
Yeah, you got direction of traffic, no doubt. She's Justice is making sure here with her throwing hand, everything's good. Yep, because that was on the fingers.
She's tough. She's that person I said it on the coach's show. She's got this look about her when she plays the game of softball that I'm not even going to mess with her, and I'm a 42-year-old man. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be lifted into center field. Coming on strong is Aaron Farley. Who's going to get it? Miramontes. It's going to fall in for a base hit. So runners are going to be at the corners with nobody out, and that is going to be a hit. We're going to give that a hit. That was in no man's land.
Yeah, and that's a tough call there for either Miramontes or Farley there, because as you mentioned, that one just landed in that perfect spot where they both have to come about the same distance. It's tough to call at the last second, tough to find.
So a hit falls in, nobody out. Runners at first and second. That flips it to the top of the lineup. And that's going to bring up Leah Gutierrez. Runner goes to second. Gabby Uribe is going to be safe at second. So we got runners at second and third with nobody out. 4-1, Boomer still on top. But, boy, Guymon making it interesting. And the first pitch was a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Gutierrez.
Yeah, Guymon, one of the big games I watched as far as scouting goes was Laverne in their opener, and they went down 3-0 early in that one and wound up putting up 6.
Here's the 1-0 pitch right through there for a call strike. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Gutierrez hitting at .350 on the year. She is officially 1 for 2. Walked back in the first, had a hit to center field in the third, and flew out to center field in the fifth.
Got to be on your toes here. You need an out if you're Woodward.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be into the gap in the right field. That's trouble. Aaron Farley going after it. Not going to get it. 1 run is going to be around third. That's going to score. Another run's coming around third. They'll score. She'll score. And it is 4-3. Guymon within a run.
Yeah, Gutierrez got a nice piece of contact on that one. Farley, though, Brock, she almost made that play. I mean, that was a long distance she had to run. Almost all the way to right field over there just to get it, and unfortunately just ran out of time.
So 3 runs in, 4-3, and swinging at the first pitch is Haley Vasquez, and Guymon has a little bit of life. The tying run at second base.
And with nobody out, once again, you've got to get Vasquez out here. You just got to find a way.
Vasquez is 0 for on the day. I'm going to knock on something. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ripped down the left field line again and foul. No balls, 2 strikes to Haley Vasquez. 4-3 now. Guymon has clawed back here in the top of the 7th with 3 runs. Nobody out. Runner at second base. 0-2 count to Vasquez. Here it is. That's going to be a grounder to Haley Cook. She'll fire across the diamond for the out. Now coming back to across the diamond, Ellie Don Carlos got her at third base for the double play. Great. Base, 0-2 count to Vasquez. Here it is. That's going to be a grounder to Haley Cook. She'll fire across the diamond for the out. Now coming back to across the diamond, Ellie Don Carlos got her at third base for the double play.
She's having an off day. You did not want to give her a chance with runners in scoring position.
Well, they're going to talk about it because Gutierrez is still standing on third.
Yeah, they're pleading the case. Guymon is.
Darnell is saying that she missed the tag, and they're going to call her out. That's going to be a double play. So 2 outs in the inning, and more importantly, take the runner in scoring position out of play, and now you have nobody on the bags.
Yeah, I mean, huge, and especially with a threat like CC Sappington, who, she could crank off a homer at will. She's got the pop to do it. Yeah. So, I mean.
CC Sappington, is 0 for on the day as well. 0 for 3 officially. 455 hitter on the year. First pitch is going to be a pop-up, and Haley Cook's got it, and that is going to be the ball game, and the Boomers survive it here in the 7th and win 4-3 and get a little bit of revenge, but more importantly, a district win to move to 6-2 on the pitch is going to be a pop-up, and Haley Cook's got it, and that is going to be the ball game, and the Boomers survive it here in the 7th and win 4-3 and get a little bit of revenge, but more importantly, a district win.
Sometimes all your business needs is a little push. At Bank 7, they offer a wide range of products and services to meet your business banking needs, such as business checking, business mobile deposit, direct deposit payroll, and commercial and ag lending. At Bank 7, you'll be connected with a local loan decision maker that provides fast approval and closing times. If you're ready to make business happen, call Bank 7 today to get the resources you need. Visit bank7.com or call 580-254-0100. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When you want the best pricing and no gimmicks on office supplies, furniture, electronics, and gifts, do yourself a favor and stop by Divine Stationery and Radio Shack in Woodward at 2121 Oklahoma Avenue or call 580-256-7040. Serving Northwest Oklahoma for 80 years.
And welcome back to Boomer Softball Save here. And Brock, my goodness, how about that redemption for the Boomer defense in that inning? Start out with a couple of areas that cost them some runs, but come up with a huge double play to be able to erase the threat by Guymon right there and close it out with a strong win today.
Oh, no doubt. And even importantly, partner, it's a district win.
Oh, yeah.
And you move to 6-2 in the district. You have the tiebreaker. Well, depends on if you right. You got the tiebreaker. Depends on if you finished ahead of Guymon. They still have a bunch of district games to play.
They do, yeah.
Not as many as we do, but you're 6-2 in district, so that's good with this young team. You're 13-16 overall. You're on a winning streak. It's your second one in a row as they beat Del City last night, which is another district win. So maybe this is starting to, transpire with this young and this 3 senior-laden team.
Well, not only that, we saw today the confidence throughout the game by Madison Gartrell. Not only that, the defense really up until that last inning made a lot of fantastic plays, played well behind Madison, which, she loves that. It helps her out a lot. But just the confidence and the intensity and the focus is really starting to come along here for this Boomer team. And how about that composure, though? I mean, I just can't get over the fact that, Alden Carlos there in the middle of that inning was really filling down with a couple of those plays and how they went, just to be able to not only corral a good throw from Haley Cook, but be able to zip it back over the third and make sure you finish that double play.
Magnificent double play. And that's a hard double play, partner.
Oh, extremely.
Especially with the speed of Gutierrez.
Maybe one of the hardest out there just in baseball, softball, period, to be able to go from first to third back like that. So, fantastic finish. And, Madison's happy to finish that one off as well.
Yeah, Madison Gartrell, she goes 7 full innings, and she gives up 5 hits, only had 2 walks, had 3 strikeouts. She moves to 7-1 on the year. She's got 2 big victories from last night into tonight to move to 7-1. And Lainey Bowe, we'll talk about that. We'll give, if we had a player of the day, a player of the game award that we would give out, we would definitely give to Lainey Bowe, who was, I believe, she was officially 3 for 3, partner.
Yeah, well, your table's there like that, the senior being able to come in and really kind of get this offense going early. I mean, that's invaluable. You got to have that to, win some tough games like this.
Well, we're going to take our final time out of the post game. We're going to come back. We'll talk about everything else we got happening this week here on Z92 and Boomer TV, and then the next softball broadcast as the Boomers are victorious in district play 4-3 on a scrappy comeback attempt by the Guymon Tigers in the top of the 7th. But the Boomers win at 4-3 and move to 13-16 on the year and 6-2 in district. This is Boomer Softball on Z92.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, Pipe Lanes Tire.
Randy Glitch Construction has been building quality residential and commercial properties in Woodward